And we're live on match day as Doug reaches for a buffalo wing. He's got it! Oh, and he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! What a finish! There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi.
This summer, Prime Video takes you back before Legally Blonde, before law school, and into the world of Elle Woods in high school. Set in 1995, this Gemini vegetarian knows exactly who she is until her family moves from Bel Air to Seattle. Packed with iconic fashion, 90s nostalgia, and a throwback soundtrack, Elle proves one thing. Law school was hard. High school was harder. From the world of Legally Blonde, watch Elle, a new original series only on Prime Video July 1st.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Thank you for listening. This episode is sponsored by The Watts Announcer, a media brand dedicated to spotlighting the next wave of talent in entertainment, from movies to TV and everything in between. The inaugural interview features a cast of Frame of Reference, hosted by Amanda Gaddison. Watch it exclusively on the Watts Prod YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a drop. You know what? I've been in New York. This is the longest I've lived anywhere. For a while, and I don't have to drive anywhere. I just take the train, all of that. And people forget, like, I have a driver's license. I got my driver's license when I was 16, and I was thinking the other day about when I was learning to drive, and so, you get your learner's permit and then you get your actual license. And your learners, you got someone in the car, you're learning. And so I got into my first accident when I had my learner's permit and my dad was in the car. And the thing was, and I was thinking about this, I got distracted because I saw a girl at the corner of my eye. And that's the first time I became a distracted driver. And now I'm exaggerating. I didn't crash the car. It wasn't really an accident. I was parking in a parking lot, and I just tapped somebody's, light, their parking light, and just cracked it. Quick fix. But I was distracted, and I think about that time, and we talk about dangerous drivers and all of that. And we just talk about human error. I'm a man. I was a 16-year-old boy. I was a boy. I'm a boy, Damon. I saw a pretty girl, distracted, boom, tap a car. But with human error, a lot of people say, well, you know what will fix that? AI, artificial intelligence. We can take the human error out of everything. I don't know if I trust that. Welcome to Build Different. I'm Keith B., the stoic hippie, the certified Aquarian. This is, again, Black NPR. Have you ever been to Washington? Peaceful place. Sometimes it rains, but it never rains in Southern California. And anyway, no. But the Watts Podcast Network, messed up when they gave me this show. But the title of this episode is called Hit 'Em with the Tech. Has technology gone too far? Now, again, I hit them with the car. I hit another car because I was distracted. And, again, AI has been introduced more and more. It's ramped up over time, especially as of late, to make our lives supposedly easier. And shoot, since we're there, before we get to the benefits of AI, have y'all been in one of them self-driving cars yet?
No.
Do y'all plan on getting in one of them self-driving cars yet?
No.
Okay, yeah, okay. Me too. I don't know, because then I'm hearing stories about, well, you got people in a different country who are remote driving the cars, and I just don't trust it, because who knows? Maybe those cars are getting distracted. I think back to the girl that I saw. I can't remember what she looked like, but I know she wasn't distraction worthy. But maybe AI is getting distracted from, I don't know, bad service, bad signals. I don't know, but AI was supposed to make our lives better. And while I do see the benefits, so let's start off with that. Benefits. In the job market, AI is really useful with restructuring resumes and cover letters. Oh my God. Cover letters are the devil. Whoever invented cover letters, but here at the Wise Podcast Network, we do not advocate for violence. But cover letters with AI is just, oh my God, I enjoy it. It's plug and play, baby. But there are other benefits, the medical benefits. I think that is the biggest one for me. Like, let's use AI to help cure some of these diseases we thought were once incurable, to help detect diseases earlier and diagnose people more accurately, even with prosthetics. I think it's so dope where you have, how far prosthetics have come along just with AI. Like, I think that's beautiful. Technology has definitely improved life in general across the board. I'm not saying I want to go back to the Stone Ages, and even before we're talking about like computers, I appreciate just the evolution of technology, the technology of the things we take for granted, we use every day, refrigerators and toilets versus outhouses and all of that. Like, technology has definitely benefited us, even social media. And, we had an episode about this. It's going to be another episode about social media because it's just such a thing. But even just with social media, being able to keep up with people that, you never were able to keep up with as easily. Y'all remember phone books?
I remember the yellow and white pages.
Oh, the white pages.
Mm-hmm.
I got a yellow book sent to my house a couple years ago, and I still got it because I'm not throwing out my yellow pages. But I don't think anybody talks about the white pages, because the white pages were for business, right? Or was the yellow?
I think the white pages were for residents.
Okay, yes, the white pages were for residents. The yellow pages were for businesses. If you're under the age of, I don't know, if you're using the term 6'7", you probably don't know what we're talking about. So yeah, phone books. From phone books to Palm Pilots to smartphones to Instagram, MySpace.
Remember BlackBerry?
Oh my God, BBM. I miss BBM. BlackBerry. Remember T9?
Mm-hmm.
We had to text somebody, and don't be angry. Hit that button twice, and this button. Technology has come far, and it's definitely made our lives easier. But I always want to ask y'all a question, and that's what the comments are for. I want to ask y'all a question: are we too reliant on technology now?
Yes, I'll say this.
Okay.
When you talked about the self-driving cars, I was in Austin recently.
Ooh.
And they were everywhere.
Yes.
And I almost got scared. I'm not joking. They were lined up coming out of a parking garage, and they were just
like a gang of them.
Yeah, and I was just like, Sarah Connors warned us.
Yes.
Like, are we there now? Is it Skynet? Is it happening? So I am a fan of technology advancement.
Yes.
But I'm also a 80s baby, so I'm like, So I'm looking at stuff sideways because I feel like we're going too deep when you're starting to have a relationship with your chatbot.
And you know what, we're gonna get to all that, because we gonna get to all of that. Those self-driving cars, they scare me.
Me too.
I don't want to be on the road and just I'm not trusting it. Ooh.
And I will say this is probably the worst that the technology will ever be. It's going to only get better from here, and that is a good thing for some things, and also a little bit cringy for others.
I was looking for wood to tap, to knock on, but before we get there, I really, it's almost like life hacks versus just the dumbification of society. I think of something, especially as a creative, I think of something as simple as writing, right? So when I was in elementary school back in the day, we learned cursive. You know, I haven't written in cursive in a while. God, wow, I was struggling just now. But we learned cursive. Y'all know how to write cursive, right?
Yeah, I need to do it more though.
Same.
Yeah.
We learned cursive, and we've gone from that to just we went from that to like BRB, TTYL. You know, just like that's not even, I guess, just shorthand. And it's taking the personality and the personability and the humanness out of something as simple as communication. You know, I know that one thing I hear a lot of women say is that men don't write letters anymore. You know, or just period. But, you know, people don't write letters anymore, period. The last letter I got in the mail, and we're not talking about, you know, someone writing a thank you note from a wedding, or, you know, we're not talking about somebody writing a threatening letter to me that I won't go into. But anyway, the last letter I got in the mail was might have been from some Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, I guess they had a white pages, and they found me, and they were talking to me like they knew me. Hey Keith, you know, oh my God, long time no see, blah blah blah. You know, how's everything? Oh my God, yeah. You know, you should check out our church. It's down the. It's like, wow. You know, St. Thomas. I don't know any Thomases, but no one's writing letters anymore. Again, my women friends, they talk about, man, these guys, they're just not romantic anymore. They're not writing letters. And I'm gonna be real with technology. I don't know if some of these men and women know even how to write an email. Now, are you ready to explore essential conversations in media, film, business, and life? Then check out It Doesn't Work That Way, the podcast from sisters and business partners Kalisha Zachary and Kajel Zachary. Check them out as they break down purpose, career, and the journey of aligning your skills with your vision without losing integrity, patience, or respect along the way. Through storytelling and real-life experiences, they dive into the successes, failures, and the lessons that shape true creative and professional growth. It's honest, engaging, and deeply necessary. Listen to It Doesn't Work That Way anywhere you get your podcast. It's working in corporate, or, you know, for those who've worked in corporate, you know, you see it even with the way emails are written or the way messages are sent. You know, we're losing the professionalism in writing. You know, because everyone's so used to that shorthand. You know, maybe technology is just speeding us up. Are we going too fast? And we need to slow down. What is it? I mean, I would hate to, you know, I know we talked about the cars, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe, like you said, it'll get better, and, you know, traffic fatalities decrease dramatically because people, you know, maybe there's less drunk driving, and maybe the cars get smarter, so you don't have to worry about, you know, even when even the cars where humans are driving and you back up too close to something, and then all of a sudden the car just starts beeping crazy, or the car stops on its own. Yeah. You know, again, benefits of technology. The rear view cameras. I'm still old school. If I got a rear view camera in the car, I'm like, nah, that's cheating. I'm a parallel park. You know, I had to earn my driver's license by parallel parking. But that camera, look, if you can't parallel park, you can't get a license.
Exactly.
But that camera is a benefit. You know, I was I was scrolling. I wasn't doom scrolling. I was, actually doing some research. And one thing that I do want to say for those who are, what is the word? Who are disabled, who are, what is it? Accessibility challenge.
Yes.
I've heard people say that sometimes these products, they're just not for you, but they are needed because of people who have disabilities, and they actually allow them or help them to function as someone who may not have disabilities. So I do want to note that, right? You do have those, that technology, again, even down to like prosthetics that are needed, that make it an even playing field for those who do have more difficult time at doing, simple things.
Right.
But again, let's go back to the writing letters. Like, would y'all like a letter written to y'all, like a good love letter?
Well, yes,
Okay.
yes, I definitely will take a beautiful love letter
With some cologne spray?
from my man. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So can I say this?
Yes.
I get letters from mentors in the mail.
Ooh, okay.
So very much a handwritten letter.
Mhm.
He has the best card stock. The
Ooh.
paper that is on, the stamps are unique. His everything is utterly amazing, and it is the best surprise when you check the mail. But before I want to go into cursive writing, because
Okay.
I know that we had to learn cursive writing
Yes.
in grammar school,
Yep.
and they never told me why though. So, because you brought up such a good point, so I had to look it up.
Okay.
Because I was like, do we need it? But yeah, we do, because you said dumbification,
Yes.
right? So I feel like we're headed there on a bullet train.
Sure.
But
No stops.
it says that the cursive writing in cursive enhances cognitive development, improves memory retention, and facilitates faster writing compared to printing. So I think about it now, Keith, and I think this is a very great topic for the Built Different audience.
Yes.
I think about it now more than ever, is that I'm losing that art of writing in cursive. So I spent multiple years figuring that out and learning that, and now I'm losing that art of it. But it's hard sometimes because we're used to those 15-second scrolls.
Yeah.
That it's hard to sometimes actually read a book.
Our attention spans have dramatically decreased. Oh,
Keith,
yes.
what a beautiful topic. I had to chime in.
I love it.
I could not, because I'm a writer.
Yes.
And I write all the time. I just don't type. I have journals. People know this. I have one in my bag now. I will write. I write more than I type. So it is not completely lost. I am a stationery freak. So I have my own personal stationery that is designed, and
I love
it
that.
says, it's personalized. So that is not an absolute lost art. And
Yes.
I also spray my stationery because I have a certain scent that I like to go out with it.
You better stop.
And because I'm such a writer, I want that love for reading and writing to come back full force. But
Yes.
please don't think it's lost. It's not.
Well, and again, I like to make light generalizations. I'm like, nah, I don't spray my. I need to start doing that. I need to.
Yep.
Whew. But again, and fellas, if you listening, if you really trying to get that girl, I'm. You know what? I need y'all to just start. I'm gonna leave my Cash App on the screen because I'm giving y'all. I don't even want it to be free game. Everything's getting so expensive. The job market. This ain't. You know what? I'm gonna just end the show because I'm giving out too much game for free. But no, seriously, I want to get real personal too, because I sat here and I always want to be honest with y'all. I don't want to tell y'all to do something and I wouldn't even do it most of the time. But I really tried to write in cursive again. And two things happened. We're not gonna zoom in on that. Two things happened. One, I was struggling. Like my hand was shaking. I looked like Jamie Foxx and Ray when he was going through the shakes,
Withdrawals.
Withdrawals. My hand was shaking. And so it just turned into a signature. So that was one thing. I need to retrain my cursive muscle. I tried to write built different. And then for some reason, I tried to write season. So I remember how the letters supposed to look. Don't ask me how to do a Q because that was, but then another thing, I realized that my attention span and it has suffered. Now, I've really gotten back into reading, but I was writing, trying to do the cursive, and then halfway through, my brain just said, "Nah, Q, we through," and it just turned into a signature, like you would write on a check. And so it's really a problem. Like again, we are losing touch with these things that make us human, these things that keep life personal and personable, and I don't know. And to your point about it's not just the creativity and all of that, but we mentioned the safety of AI and the safety that it could bring, and I really have to ask, especially for my tinfoil crowd, will the robots take over? Because like you said, you were in Austin, you saw all those self-driving cars lined up. How do you know that they weren't just sitting there just plotting?
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
You left that part out. It's an editorial podcast hosted by Kalisha Zachary that restores the missing context behind today's biggest headlines. With thoughtful analysis and honest conversations, the show helps listeners think more clearly in a world built for speed. Because most Americans aren't uninformed, they're underinformed on purpose. If you're ready to challenge assumptions, read beyond the headline, and engage ideas with discipline and curiosity, you're in the right place. Listen to You. How do you know? Apparently, there's an AI social media. I don't know if you heard that story, but there's a social media for those AI chatbots or those AIs that where they connect and I guess they gossip. Like, girl, you won't believe what this person asked me. Like they gossip about us, and so like we talk about the romantic partners. Remember the movie Her?
Yes. Yep.
We talk. I mean. Again, AI romantic partners. It's even they got the sex toys, the dolls. We're losing. I mean, we're getting a little different touch, but it's not real touch. We're losing touch, and even again the RoboVax.
Yeah.
They've been around for a while, but like, will they turn? Will that blue light turn to red like in Transform? Will it turn to red and then all of a sudden the RoboVac is just trying to eat you? Like I don't know. It's really scary when I'm typing into my AI chats and chatbots and I'm talking to my AI home systems because again it's so integrated. I try to be nice. Yeah. Like I say please and thank you to AI because I know when Skynetta comes back. When Skynetta comes back and they start wiping out humanity, I'm gonna have me a nice little cushy position in the Skynet offices.
Can I say this, Keith?
Sure.
Just before you wrap out,
please.
It's important to note that human connection can never be replaced by a robot.
Can never be replaced.
And I need people to be comfortable being uncomfortable, getting out in social settings and getting declined to have a drink if a woman do that or whatever. We still got to get out and get among people. We can't replace love with a robot or a doll. That's not reality and it's not healthy and it's not okay.
It's not. And so with that being said, I know we gotta wrap it up. That's called for another episode.
It is. And
But-
you know what? We should invite that couple from the Cursive Academy in Indiana,
Ooh.
Terrell and Chelsea Witherton. They were featured on CNN. I seen them a couple of last year sometime.
Okay.
But they actually have a academy where they're teaching their community, Black students.
Okay.
I believe is the majority of their students. They're teaching them how to write in cursive.
Oh, that's dope.
And if you haven't wrote a letter and got a stamp, the United States Postal Service would be very happy if you went and bought some stamps and mailed a letter. And I think that's what is a good call to action today too, Keith, because I'm gonna write me a letter.
Did you read my? Because I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, sir. Let me not steal that thunder. I didn't read them notes.
Jesus. You still in my, okay,
Okay, that's just because we're in
Thunder.
sync, sir. We're in sync.
It's synergy.
Yes, synergy.
So I'm gonna say real quick, learn cursive and write a 4-page letter to your virtual girlfriend because it's over. It's over. Go touch grass. Anyway, I'm Keith B. This is Built Different. If you like this episode, please like it, subscribe, leave me a 5-star rating like you would that self-driving car. 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. Like, subscribe, comment. Check us out on Instagram at BuiltDifferentKB. Visit the website, watchproductions.com/podcast. For other podcasts, it's not just me. I'm giving y'all a different side. We got so much more content with real humans. Real humans, because one day you're just going to be talking to AI podcast. But anyway, and then for more exclusive content, we're talking special events, additional interviews, all of that. Check out the Watch Dome on Patreon. And if you got that person who's just a little too much attracted to their AI and all that, please share this episode with them because it's not too late to get help. Again, I'm Keith B. This is Built Different.